Hey, you still don't know the difference between eating for health and eating for fat loss? This is the video for you.
Hey guys, my name's Michelle,
Anita, Sarah, Peyton, Talia, Jazz,
Marquita.
I'm a physique.
Period. We love to see.
Y'all already know what this is. It is Trehunna from Physique. And today, what we're going to talk about is what is the main difference between you eating for health and you're eating to lose weight. So one thing I like to do, I like to use a lot of analogies so you can kind of really understand the overall scope. When you're going to college, right, and you know the career path you want to take, you are in a transition to get this degree. Once you get this degree, you can do whatever you want. When you are losing weight, some people are now not in a healthy state. They're in an inflammatory state. And because you're in an inflammatory state when you're trying to lose weight, because let's be real, if you got a higher BMI, right, you got low HDL, you got high LDL, high triglycerides, it's safe to say you're a little bit overweight. Every single day, you're taking a little bit off your lifespan, just a little bit. It's not gonna be maybe a day, it might not be a week, but if this adds up long enough, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna check out faster than you're supposed to. Just think about it. We see people in their 60s and 70s with diabetes, right? They're probably a little bit overweight, probably a little bit pudgy, but you do not see a lot of obese people in their 60s. Why? Inflammation, keyword, inflamed, which means that their body is literally on fire so much that at one point in time, what happens when something's set on fire for too long? It burns out. Let's say if you have diabetes, your arteries are literally corroding, right? It's literally oxidized to the point where your vessels and your cells is not working as efficiently. If your cells are not working as efficiently, that means all the main antioxidants such as glutathione, you probably heard that before, or melatonin, right? You're probably taking some vitamin C, tocopherol, which is vitamin E. All these things help support the body to get in a healthier state, which means it's fighting off the pathogens and the bacteria and the viruses, etc. But if your body is always in an inflamed state, your antioxidants are always depleted, which means this pathogen that was not supposed to get you sick because you was healthier last year, now it's getting you sick. You used to go to the gym, you was a little bit smaller on the scale, you was always the person that was thriving, now you're kind of getting tired all the time, right? You just woke up tired, right? You might be the person that, for some odd reason, I used to never get sick. But once I get older, now I'm getting sick. And now you're blaming it on age. It's not really an age. It's the fact that when we get older, we change our lifestyle habits. When you're eating for health, what you're basically trying to do, you're expanding your health span, which means what? How long you're going to live on this earth without any health ailments or complications. But when you're eating to lose weight, you're saying now I'm eating to get into a healthier state. Once I get in a healthier state, I can start eating more for health. So when you're eating for health, you're kind of sustaining what you got going on. You're already kind of in the air. This plane already took off. Now, question is how long this plane is going to stay in the air. When you get healthier metabolically, what you're doing is you're making a better plane to stay in that air. So when you're on a fat loss journey and you hear your trainer or your coach or nutritionist or even a doctor say, hey, I want you to cut out your grains. I want you to cut out some fruit. I want you to cut off your cheesecake. A lot of people's thinking,
oh man, that means I gotta cut out my cheesecake for the rest of my life. Oh man, my son's birthday is next week.
That's not what they're saying. What they're saying is, hey, your current goal right now is to see the scale drop, which means you gotta change up your lifestyle habits right now for your current goal. Once you get into a healthier state, you can have more cheesecake. You can have more fruit. Why? Because your body's able to handle it easier. So even like diabetics, we all was taught that fruit is healthy. Nobody's arguing that. But when you're in a diabetic state, that means your body is so insulin resistant that any little type of sugar is going to take you over the ledge or take you over that threshold. But if you're metabolically healthy, like me or some of my clients, then they can have that exact same fruit that you have, but your body's going to have a totally different response than them. Because of the food choices that you ate at a certain point in time accrued up to the point where now your body's becoming insulin resistant, which means that your body cannot tolerate as much sugar. Nobody becomes diabetic after 1 bad year. Nobody becomes diabetic after 5 bad years. It takes almost a whole entire decade. Now you're probably saying,
Okay, well, Trey, that cannot be my case. Even though I got PCOS, even though I got insulin resistance, even though I got diabetes, I got this because my mom.
at the end of the day, genes load the gun. What pulls that trigger is that lifestyle. If you only know what your mom taught you, and your mom eats this certain type of way, yet you only learned how to eat from your mom, you didn't learn from an actual person who is a little bit more healthier, monkey see, monkey do. You're gonna do the exact same thing that your mom does. That's why they tell us we are a product of our environment. So if I see people robbing people, and I see people selling drugs, and I wanna be rich, and a person that's a drug dealer is rich, I'm gonna start selling drugs. Sad to say, but that's why you see a lot of people in lower socioeconomic statuses doing these things. You can't really blame them. It's their environment. That's all they know, you know? So that's why when it comes to you eating healthy, right? For instance, chickpeas is very, very healthy. Chickpeas is one of the worst things you can eat if you're trying to lose weight. Salads are healthy, right? Salads are one of the worst things for you to eat if you're trying to lose weight. Why? Because you do not stay full off a salad. And when you are trying to lose weight, the name of the game is for you to stay full so you eat less. Almonds are even amazing for you. Almonds is one of the worst snacks if you're trying to lose weight. Nobody just eats 6 to 8 almonds. By the way, that's the serving size of almonds. But nobody does that. We take a handful of almonds, and we was taught all our life that almonds and nuts and seeds are healthy. We can eat as much as we want. We're not counting those calories. You need to eat more food that's gonna help you lose weight. But when they're talking about you eating for health, salads, once again, got a lot of micronutrients. It got a lot of minerals, right? Now you're getting your folate. Now you're getting cobalamin. Now you're getting your riboflavin, your thiamine, your B vitamins. Now you're also getting some antioxidants, polyphenols. That's going to help you combat the viruses and bacteria. Now you're stimulating your body's hormesis, which means what? What don't kill you, make you stronger. The salads is great if you're trying to be on this earth as long as possible. But if you're trying to lose weight and you have to eat less for you to lose weight because you gotta be in a caloric deficit, not really the greatest choice. Context is key. I hear a lot of people also say,
Well, Trey, I don't want to lose weight. I'm just trying to tone.
if you are not happy or too fond with what you see in the mirror, don't let nobody tell you different. You cannot tone without you seeing the scale drop. What you're asking for us to do is called body recomposition, which means what? I'ma lose the weight until I'm kind of happy with what I see in the mirror, but maybe I got some weak points. Maybe I want to build my glutes a little bit more. Maybe I want to build my shoulders, right? Maybe I want some abs. And then you start gaining the right type of weight, which is going to get you back to that weight that you desire. But at the end of the day, you cannot turn fat into muscle. That is a myth. So if you're 180 pounds and you're saying,
Hey, I want to stay at 180. I just need to flatten my stomach.
that means that stomach is fat. You got to see the scale drop in order for you to get that stomach off. If you are somebody who is saying, oh,
Well, Trey, I know for a fact now that I am trying to tone, but I'm still not seeing the scale drop.
I want you to take the quiz below in my link in bio. And what's going to happen is if you take this quiz, I'm going to give you a nutrition e-course tailored around your specific goals. Once you get to your specific goal, whatever number that is in your head, you're going to realize, wow, I can have cheesecake again. I can have my spaghetti, I can have my pasta, I can have my cookies, I can have my cupcakes. But because I actually understand nutrition, and now I learned that all cookies are not created equal, just like all food is not created equal, just like all men is not created equal. You don't want a man with 1 tooth in his mouth and 5 baby mamas. You want a man who's making a little bit of change and probably don't got a lot of kids, right? That means that you need to identify better quality versions of the exact same thing you want. Question is, do you know how to read this label? People don't. And that's why generational curse keeps getting passed on, because nobody's taking the time to inform themselves, or the subject matter at least. Okay? So hopefully y'all learned something today. That's the difference between you eating for health and you eating for fat loss or weight loss. And that's your reset tip of the day that's going to help you stay snatched all the time. No, the summertime. Talk to you soon.